I think you meet it. You are destined to do this." She gestures at the museum, as though I am supposed to end up in a place like this, when, much more likely, I'd be lucky to get paid to paint the side of a barn. So I'm destined to be poor and tortured for at least the next 50 years, and you, my best friend in the whole world, are destined to sue people for a living? Renee smiles mildly. Well, that's what I'm hoping. I gesture to the Magritte. I am the fireplace, all out of whack and stagnant, and you are the locomotive, doing useful things and plowing ahead. Actually, I think the locomotive is supposed to be his penis. I snort. You think everything in art is genitals. Renee shrugs. Isn't it? We laugh. But my laugh is melancholy. 4 years in art school together. 4 years living together as best friends, telling each other everything, seeing each other at our absolute worst and absolute best. How can it be over already? How come time isn't just a little more transfixed? There's room for you to stay in my apartment any time you visit, I tell her. It's such a sweet place. You're going to be so jealous. I'm just jealous that you don't have to live in South Bend, Indiana for the next 2 years. Promise you'll visit every weekend you don't have to work. Renee grabs my hand. I can't believe we won't be living together anymore. I don't even know how that's supposed to work. About 75% of my clothes are actually your clothes. I'm going to have to go shopping. Promise when you come you'll bring your 7 jeans for me to wear. Of course. Me, tequila, 7 jeans. I won't even call first. Perfect. See? Things don't have to change that much. It's only a few hours in the car. Plus, I'll have all those law school hotties rounded up for you to date. You are the best friend, Renee. Let's trade keys tomorrow before the ceremony starts. If you haven't locked yourself out before then, Renee says, speaking of my truly extraordinary ability to trap myself out of cars, dorms, studios, and apartments. I ignore her. And then, when law school is over, you can move in with me. I might meet someone, you know, she says vaguely. Fall in love, move to the suburbs. Don't even joke. A shadow crosses Renee's face. I work very hard not to see it. It feels like the shadow of the locomotive. Anyway, she says eventually, you think you'll still be in that apartment in 2 years? Renee, I am going to die in that apartment. In 80 years, they will find me in there surrounded by bad paintings, half-eaten by cats. And you know what? I'm pretty okay with that. Well, she says, turning on her heels and making for the Minnow. As long as you have a plan. 1. 10 years later. Getting evicted is the best thing that could have happened to me. I am trying to be convincing. I am keeping the tears at bay like a champ. Now I force a closed-mouth smile for punctuation. Well, that's insane, says my oldest best friend. We are sitting at the coffee shop 16 stories below her office. She looks good, for her, for right now, the place in her life that she's in, which is one that is not overmuch concerned with how she looks. Still good. I am sure I do not, with my paint-stained yoga pants and puffy eyes. I'm a crier, a private crier, and I've been exercising that muscle quite a lot since I came home early on New Year's Eve and found yellow seal tape around the edges of my apartment door. In public, and we are in public right now, I try to be tough. I admire tough women, like Renee. Her toughness can be mistaken by some for rudeness. It is toughness. In another life, in another universe, she could have been a dynamite soccer coach, or a bouncer. Renee says, toughly, the best thing that could happen to you is that you move according to your own timeline and your own terms, without a bad credit reference and a looming deadline. Today, as raw as I am, the toughness feels rude. Yeah, you're right, I say. But this is the next best thing. It's a sign from the universe saying, get on with your life, Lily. It's a sign saying, pay your bills on time, more likely, she says with a sigh.